Hey there, Dan Martell here, serial entrepreneur, investor, and creator of SaaS Academy. In this video, I want to do something a little special and really deconstruct the meaning of success for me. Now, be sure to stay to the end because I'm going to share with you a framework that I taught at my Idea to Exit workshop called the Future Living Framework. So at the end, I'm going to share with you how to get access to that. But let's get going with some new beliefs for your mind of success. So a few months ago, I was giving a talk at the local high school in my city and, did my thing, shared my story and kind of my journey and challenges that I've gone through, as a teenager and in business. And at the end of it, one of the first questions that came from one of the kids in the front row was, what does success mean to you? And I'm sitting there and it floored me because I never really thought about the concept, what drives me? What do I think success is? It's because it's definitely not about wealth. And I just started unpacking some ideas and kind of riffed for 15 minutes. And I realized I'd never shared some of these beliefs. And honestly, I never consciously even thought about them. So in this video, I want to share with you guys 6 non-obvious beliefs around success that I think could really guide you as a compass to discover your true north in a way that will not make you feel less than other people. And I think that's the big thing for me is success is not a numerical number. It's more of a mindset and approach to life. And that's what I'm gonna share in this video. Number 1, be better today than you were yesterday. So one of my core beliefs is that a lot of people waste their time, energy, feel frustrated, based on their comparing themselves to other people. So there's this great saying that don't compare, somebody else's chapter 12 to your chapter 1, right? Don't compare somebody else's highlight reel to your daily living. I think that too often, especially with social media, it's like a double-edged sword. It's really incredible to be inspired and watch videos and be on Instagram and find people that show you what's possible in life. But in the same token, the same breath, for some reason, our minds want to quickly go to, well, why am I not there? What am I missing? And how come I've always messed up? And why am I not further along in my life? And what I believe is the only thing from a success point of view to help you figure this out is you can only compare yourself to who you were, to yourself of yesterday. So just think about that concept. So success to me is getting in a mindset where every day you are better than who you were yesterday. And the cool part is, even if you only do 1%, if you're 1% better today than you were yesterday, in 72 days it compounds and you double. Think about the power of that, of focus, of betterment, of personal development, of growth. If you just focus on 1% better today. It's actually a core value in my company, and I believe it at my core. So compete against yourself of yesterday, and that will help you discover success. Number 2, create experiences. Here's what I've learned, and I've talked to entrepreneurs. One of my buddies, Hal Elrod, has an incredible story of, this car accident that almost took his life and rehabilitation. And, he's now the author of The Morning Miracle. To even after that book came out and created this movement, he had an incredible fight with cancer. And the guy's 35 years old. So a lot to go through. And what I believe is in talking to people like Hal and many other people that have faced potential death or even are further along in life, is that when you ask them what's important to them, they do not say work. They don't say, I wish I would have worked more, in life. What they say is, I wish I would have spent more time with the people that I cared about. And Hal is an incredible father and person in the community. So it's not even just like the family, it's really just like the people. So the way I think about it is, if I gave you 7 days, if I said, hey, in 7 days, you just found out that your life is gonna be over and you can't tell anybody, okay? Nobody can know, only you know. You got 7 days. What are you gonna do on each one of those days? Who are you gonna spend it with? Where are you gonna go? What are you gonna create? And what I've experienced, and this has been true for myself, is that one of those potential things you could do in those 7 days is get together with your whole family and love on everybody as much as you can and learn from them and suck in their wisdom and share with them some of the life lessons that you've, gotten so far in life to be helpful, right? To give some resources and thoughts and ideas. And I think that is just such a powerful way to think about success in life is, are you creating experiences that are in line with if you only had 7 days? Because here's what's crazy, is for a lot of people, that is not out of reach to do in the next 12 months. Renting a house on a beach, it could be very expensive, but if everybody pitched in, it's not crazy. But coordinating it, mending relationships with people in your life that maybe you've been distanced from, and bringing people together to do that, that's something that everybody watching this video could probably do in the next 12 months. And if you only had 7 days, is probably one of the first things you would do. So don't wait. And to me, that's what success is asking myself, look, outside of the numerical, financial, wealth-driven markers of success, what truly is meaningful to you, and how do you front load that in your life on a weekly and monthly basis? Number 3, serving others. I believe that if you've had anybody show up in your life and support you, and you've gotten some success, and and I'm talking about even if you've read somebody's book or you watch a video on YouTube that really supported you and served you and helped you get to the next level, that it is our responsibility to help the other person get up that step, that stage, that level. It's, somebody says that, once you reach the top, it's your responsibility to send the elevator back down to help others come up. And I just think that when I think of the most successful people that are living with joy and excitement and passion, these are people that make it their mission, that is part of their DNA to serve other people, to help other people with no expectation whatsoever. And what's crazy is for many of you, you watch these people on social media, these influencers, and you think they're a certain way. And when you dig deep, because they don't share this stuff, they're actually incredibly community driven and philanthropic, but they just don't feel the need to share that. So I know that one of the most powerful things that for me really drives my belief in success is, am I serving others? Am I doing things that are going to help other people? Am I giving back? And that needs to be built into the DNA of my life. Number 4, work matters. Like at the end of the day, people are like, oh yeah, I heard this guy's making a lot of money doing this, or I heard this industry is really interesting and make a lot of money doing this. And there's all the financial guys on Wall Street and stuff. Here's what I've discovered. There is thousands of ways of making money. And what I care more about is the work I'm doing, yes, it needs to add value and create value and capture value in the market, but does it actually matter? Is this something that is solving a problem that I actually care about? That, is it solving a wrong that I want to right in the world? Because it is easy to make money doing something, creating a system, finding a loophole in the market or whatever it is, but does the work matter? So to me, asking myself that, and for many years, it's been absolutely 100%, over a decade for sure. But I just think that when I think of success, that is the definition, is curating your life to the point where your work is in line with your purpose and your meaning and your mission. That's powerful. Number 5, be remembered. So this is what I think a lot of younger people don't understand is, look, there's people out there that and follow on social media and in the news and actresses and musicians, et cetera, that are famous. People know of them. They're notable, okay? There's a huge difference between somebody that everybody knows about and being somebody that actually matters to those people, Like, I know so many folks on the internet, but if they weren't around anymore, I would give 0 Fs. Like literally no, I wouldn't think about them. The only reason they are even in my consciousness is because they show up either speaking at an event or on a video or an ad on Facebook or whatever it is. And the truth is, if they went away, they would have no meaning to my life because of the way they decided to show up. So what I think is more interesting is asking yourself is how is what I'm doing really gonna impact people to be remembered way past my time here on earth, right? One question I remember one of my mentors asked me about aligning your life was, what could you create today that would exist in 300 years? And that's a really interesting question because 300 years is many, 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 many generations. But even on a small level, just be somebody that when you interact with other folks, that you bring the best out in them and they feel an appreciation for you. I mean, my accountant, Mark Alain, young dude, 42 years old. And, I get the call and car accident. And Mark was my accountant for, 17 years. The guy I turned to, the person that made me feel comfortable because he took care of the numbers and I focused on growing my businesses. And I remember going to his funeral and just seeing the amount of people. I mean, the church was overflowing. People couldn't even sit down. They were lining the hallways. And I only ever knew Mark as like the guy that I would go visit his office and sit down, this like nothing spectacular, but always, passionate and excited and curious about my business and just supporting me. And then I find out from all these different speeches about his commitment to his community and that he coached, his son's hockey league. And I don't know, man, like that really had an impact on me because I realized that it doesn't matter who you are, that you have the opportunity to show up and serve people and just participate in your world in a way that can be different. And that's a decision, right? You're gonna get up and go to the coffee shop and the grocery store, etc. But you have a decision to make that, are you gonna interact and show up in a way that's gonna make people feel good about you being there? And that was Mark for me. So that to me is like, when I think of success, I think about people like that. Number 6, gratitude and hunger. So one of the ultimate life lessons, okay, is the mindset of gratitude, of being grateful for what you have and being ridiculously aware that, if you were born in probably any other country, I mean, you just literally won the gene lottery, okay? I'm a Canadian. I won the gene lottery. I was born in a country that has a capitalist market that allows me to be an entrepreneur, to create my future, and that's not true for many people in this world. So there's the gratitude part, but then there's the hunger part. There's the want, there's the drive, there's the focus on doing more, giving more, and being driven. And I think that sometimes people don't understand that those things can exist in the same person at the same time. In the same moment, I can be crazy grateful for the fact that my heart beats, 100,000 times a day, that I've got clothes to wear, that I'm not freezing to death right now, that I'm not hungry. But in the same moment, I'm gonna show up for this video and give you 110% and drive to just create more value in the world. Those are not opposing things. And I think that the people that inspire me, that motivate me, that I think are truly the most successful can hold those two things in themselves in the biggest way, both gratitude, appreciation, and thankfulness, and are ridiculously driven to do more, to give more, to be more. And that to me, if you said like all of the stuff I just shared, what is the driving force and belief behind all that? To me, it's, gratitude and hunger. Being hungry for more, hunger to give back, hunger to discover what's possible. So quick recap on what success means to me. Number 1, better today than you were yesterday. Number 2, create experiences. Number 3, serving others. Number 4, work that matters. Number 5, be remembered. And number 6, gratitude and hunger. So as I mentioned at the beginning, I want to share with you an exclusive resource called Future Living. It's a framework that I taught at my Idea to Exit workshop, and it's really a mindset for understanding how to project where you want to be into the future, not too far, but using that belief and that vision to drive your actions, your mindsets, and your confidence today to actually almost breathe that future into life. So you can click the link below to get access to that training. And if you like this video, be sure to smash the like button, share this video with somebody you care about, and subscribe to the channel. As per usual, I want to challenge you to live a bigger life and a bigger business, and I'll see you next Monday. Success.
Make that show good.
Success. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one.